It totally
So it
sounds
begins.
Yeah, that's how it starts.
I was fucking loud.
So I think that's a good point to start off on with your roommate then, Ian,
Right.
the beer guy.
Oh, you want to hear about the beer guy?
I want to hear
There's a
about.
beer guy.
We won't hear about all, but
Yeah, I want to hear
we'll
about
get to
all
them
your
all.
roommates,
All right, so the oldest one, he's like a couple years older than everybody, and I don't know, he must be like the more the party-oriented one, because he's always doing stupid shit. And for instance, I've interacted with him about twice the past week. Both times he came home from work, and right away just started cracking open Keystone Lights.
Oh god,
About the
Keystone.
cheapest, nastiest. Well, it's not the nastiest, but it's about the cheapest beer you can get.
one of
So,
them.
you know, there's no flavor to it, so he's just getting drunk to get drunk or something. And he goes to take a shower, take some beers with him. And he's just like, I hear like them cracking open in there. I'm like, he's getting fucking wasted while he's taking a shower, isn't he? And sure enough, like, I go in there later, there's a bunch of empty beer cans in my bathtub. And I'm like, what
in the tub, like just in the tub.
just like along the sides of the tub, like they were little like shampoos. It's fucked, but it was really funny though.
Beer poos.
I don't know, man. I found a wrapper, like a fruit snack wrapper, in the drain.
Gross.
So I'm not sure what this guy does in the shower. Like he eats and he gets wasted.
A shower should be a good time. You gotta bring some snacks and drinks.
Between classes and working, I have no spare time. I have to multitask.
Yeah. Some people shave in the shower. Like, I just live in the shower.
So I'm
Why
like,
get out?
he's getting wasted in my shower, or our shower, whatever. We share the bathroom, and he's like, I'm like, I'm playing Grand Theft Auto, waiting for him to come out so I can be like, why are you getting hammered, man? What are you doing? Just like getting shit faced in the shower, and before I know it, he's gone. He both times just like
left?
immediately got out of the shower and left. Like came home, shotgun 4 beers, took a shower, just drank a couple while he's in there, knocked a couple back, and fucking mobbed.
He's a busy man.
I don't know why.
How often do you think per week he's there?
This week he was there maybe like one night, literally one night. Like
doesn't
he
even
slept
sleep
there
there?
last night. No, he was there 2 nights, but he'll show up at like 11, 12 or something
At night?
at night, and he works at like 6 a.m. So he's and so he's gone by 5:30. I don't know what he's on, but man,
I'm really just paying for the shower.
seriously.
My sister right now, she's got a roommate, and literally she just pays to say that she stays there. So she like stays there like, I think last time I talked to my sister, which was like a couple weeks, probably like Thanksgiving time, she said that she'd been a renter there for like 2 months now, and she's literally seen her there 4 times. Like,
Wow.
And it's just because she doesn't want to, like, her family's Catholic, she doesn't want to say like, hey, I'm living with my boyfriend now, but she's totally living with her boyfriend, just kind of keep some of her stuff there. It's like,
Huh.
like yeah, I can see people just buying the title, I guess, but.
Paying all that rent.
Yeah.
So what about your other roommates?
They're the exact opposite. Like one of
Polar
them is
opposite.
Mormon, and he's like a missionary or something. But he's
God.
from around here. But he's
he trying to
still,
convert
like,
you?
No, he hasn't started. He's weird. He's just like, I don't know how to explain him.
Just
Are Mormons the ones where one of the rules is you have to try to convert people?
You don't have to. You
have to go door to door, I think, when you're a kid.
Not anymore.
Is that
You have the
Mormons or
opportunity.
Jehovah's Witness?
I think both.
Or is it the same?
I think they're the same
They both
thing.
drive
You,
around.
you can. I mean, yeah, it's hard.
They're the same level of crazy.
Yeah, they believe in different things, I think.
Different galaxies, same level. Something like it's something happened there, but I don't know. It's just he's strange and
Different drugs, same high.
I'm just not sure. It's just really weird because like he doesn't. I don't think he drinks. Maybe he does, but the other guy doesn't. And I'm always kicking back beers, watching the Blazer games by myself. And they're just like, hey, man, what's up? What's the stats? I'm just like, stats, fuck stats, 3-pointers. Slam dunk. And they're just like, whatever, man. They go back to their rooms. I'm like, whatever, this is fucking great.
So what are like 2 of them friends or 3 of them friends? Or?
Apparently they've known each other since high school, all 3 of these guys.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Including the beer shower guy.
Including beer shower guy who tells me stories of his past and always supplements it with a unfortunately. He's just like, yep, you know what? Back I lived in Corvallis, right next to campus.
Unfortunately.
Real close to the party scene. Like, you can add unfortunately at any point, and he just keeps going on, and then at the end, he's like, unfortunately.
He adds it.
He adds it, yeah.
Yeah, so he'll be like, when I was a child, I learned how to ride a bike. Unfortunately, we live very close to the freeway, and
Basically, he doesn't tell you why, unfortunately. He just
just ambiguous.
unfortunately, he's like, infer. I'm just like, okay, so this guy's wrecked his life 100 times now. Like, because that's just how it ends.
Due to Corvallis, the party scene, all these random stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty much what he described.
I was on a date with a beautiful girl. Unfortunately,
She was a trainee.
Could be anything. He lets me guess.
He leaves it open ended. My roommates are almost the opposite there. Like, one drinks way more than I do. Like, the last day before I came back home to visit home again, I was there, and my roommate was yelling a lot. And I'm like, it's like 6 a.m. Like, you got neighbors still sleeping. I'm like, and I don't mean like he started at 6 a.m. Like, from like 2 a.m. to like 7 a.m. He's like yelling. I'm like, they all must be awake, hating my roommate right now. So I'm like, wonder what the fuck he's doing. Well, there's this one chick who's always over. She's over in his room or whatever. So I go take the trash out, and I'm walking back to my apartment, and she's in the hallway, and she's going back to her room. And she looks at me, she goes, watch Jordan. I'm like, why? What's going on? And she goes, he's really drunk. I'm like, oh, he's like drunk. Okay, that's why he's yelling. But at the same time, it's like, it's 7 a.m. I actually said it out loud to her. I'm like, but it's 7 a.m. And she's like, I know. I'm like, oh shit, man. Okay. So that's pretty crazy. So he's pretty cool. Well, I mean, like literally, like less than a week before that, like me and all the other roommates were drinking, and we're like, let's go get some pizza. It's like 3:30, and it takes forever to get out of the apartment and get down there. So we literally show up right as the pizza place is closing at 4 o'clock. So we're like, fuck. So let's walk down the street to the drunk guy. Well, before we leave, he's like, all right, just let me take a little drink real quick. And he has this huge mug, and he chugs whatever's in the mug. I thought maybe it was something like lightly mixed or something. Turns out it was like mostly like rum, and he just like chugs a mug of rum, and it's a big fucking mug. So they're like kind of like, he's like leaning on two people as we walk all the way to the pizza place there. So we walk like 15 minutes down to this. I mean, it's like at least 10 blocks away, in the middle of like the Pearl, like nice fancy Portland. And so they serve clothes. We walk down the diner, and so we all sit down at this diner, the Roxy, and he gets up, he's like, oh, gotta go to the bathroom, which means I'm gonna go puke. So he goes in there, and he's in there for like 10 minutes, and I have to go in there to see if he's all right. And he's just like holding onto the toilet, like not puking. I'm like, all right. So I get one of my other friends, like, we gotta get him out. We carry him past everyone. We're like, I'm just thinking, don't puke on him, don't puke on anyone. We luckily get him right outside the door. Taxi shows up to take him away. Right when the taxi shows up, he just pukes all over the sidewalk. Taxi driver starts yelling and cussing and drives off. And I'm like, fuck, like we need to get him home. He's puking, like he's laying down on the sidewalk, like. So we call up another taxi, and like he's like sitting next to a pile of puke. Next taxi shows up.
This taxi doesn't see.
And he's like eyeballing me like all really oddly, like what's going on here? Like that's totally not the people I'm giving a ride. Like what's going on here? I walk and like, yeah, we need to get him a ride home. And like instantly he just flips on me. He goes, what does he say? Oh, he goes, you trying to scam me? Fuck you guys. You trying to scam me? He just drives off. I'm like,
what?
I'm just like, okay, like.
Taxis are hard, man.
Right? Like, okay, well, my sister has puked in a taxi. My friend has puked in a taxi. Like, that's part of the job.
Your whole job is driving drunk people.
Yeah, like, you don't drive a lot of sober people. Most sober people can drive.
Especially at 3 in the morning.
Exactly. So, like, it can't, you shouldn't be that surprised.
Though, Mike. Look at you.
Yeah. So, I'm just like, okay, I can kind of understand you being like, no, I'm not going to drive him because he is puking, not like he might. He just did, but like, I could, so at that point I could understand that. No, I'm not going to drive a guy that's puking.
Where's the scam coming?
But yeah, what part of this was a scam? Like,
Look at yourself.
What do you mean?
Blue hair, glasses.
But like, we didn't even like try and hide the puke. It's like out there on the sidewalk.
You're white, man.
Exactly.
So you're a white man.
Camera.
You don't even have any rights.
Yeah. So we worked our ass off, and we had to carry him like so many blocks home. That That was terrible, but that was a good story. But there's that guy. There's the other roommate who's just drinks as much as me. He's like he's awesome. He's always has people over, and so we usually have two of his buddies over every night, and we're always drinking. And there's my other roommate who doesn't drink at all, and he's like more. He's like he judges us for drinking, and then like I told him one night, I'm like, when I was all drunk and I was mad, I'm like you're judging us for not drinking. We should be judging you for not drinking. You're the fucking weird one. And so like I'm like half mean to him because like it's a long story, but he's really frustrating. But he one night like this is the level of irritating like he brings to us is like we are all sitting drinking Angry Orchards like it's like 5%. You can't taste the alcohol and you can't smell the alcohol for sure on it. We're 5 feet away from him. We're all having a good time. And he's sitting all he does is he takes this big love seat and pulls it over to the computer, and he just sits on his desktop all day long in the middle of the living room playing the computer. And so we're all in the living room where we should be, and we're drinking these, like 5 feet away from him, we're drinking these Angry Orchards.
Let's go to the bathroom.
Right? Like, where should we bring this to the party? To the bathroom? So we're sitting there
There's
drinking.
some seats in there, I think. At least one, I know of.
So he's really frustrating, so everyone already knows it. So he's sitting on the computer, and he goes, ugh. And everyone kind of like knows he said something, but like we're just like ignore it. So we it kind of got like quiet for like a split second, and we just kind of go back to talking. Yeah. And then like so he sees that I've been ignored, so he goes, what? This alcohol? He says something like oh, it's giving me a headache, and like it's like we have to say something. We're like what? And he goes, the alcohol, I can smell it. And like so he's really argumentative, and like so am I. So like so. And like, and especially when I'm drunk, like I don't even fucking care about this guy's opinion. So it's like I already want to rip into him. I'm trying to be nice, but now I'm drunk. He's being annoying, saying he can smell the alcohol 5 feet away on this like low percentage, like sweet ass.
Yeah, he's not in a bar or something.
Right. So he goes, I can smell the alcohol, and me being all drunk, I'm just like, no, you can't. And like, okay, so he interrupted the conversation. So like I can't remember exactly what it was, but it's like we were playing Cards Against Humanity, so like Nick played a card, my roommate Nick played a card, and so I'm like, Nick, you can't, and then so he like interrupts us, right? So I go, he goes, I go, no, you can't. When he says he can smell the alcohol, I go, no, you can't. He goes, yes, I can. I go, no, you can't. And his eyes get all wide, like he's literally telling me what I can and can't smell. I go, so then he goes, yes, I can. I go, no, you can't. And he goes, yes, I can. I go, no, you can't. Anyways, Nick, you can't play that card because I just like completely like, no, you can't. Go back to this other conversation. And in my peripherals, it was the funniest thing. He's like doing this weird thing with his hands. He's like wanting to freak out, but at the same time, like he wants to be freaked out. He wants to freak out because he's just like, he just told me what I can and can't smell, and then he ignores me. Like he decides the conversation is over and ignores me. This is like pissing me off. So it's like hands are waving, but like no one's looking at him. Everyone wants to ignore him. Yeah. So he's sitting there like angry he's being ignored, but at the same time he's being ignored. So he's just standing there like waving his hands like a madman, and I'm just like watching him on my peripherals and trying not to laugh. And he's just like, I'm like, lol, this guy's terrible.
You better get used to this kid.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, I don't know. He's annoying, but he's fun to troll. So like when he's like, I guess I needed a replacement for my mom's boyfriend. Like now I don't have that guy to troll whenever I want to yell at someone, and they're always an idiot. So I needed an always idiot.
There's always somebody like
that's that. Him. He is totally my always an idiot. Whenever I'm having a bad day and I need to yell at someone, I just need to bring up like, so heard that game you play is pay to win. No, it's not.
Yeah.
And then just ride that wave. But yep, I'm loving my roommates as well. They're at least interesting.
Man, so
crazy.
We've gone to what, longer episodes or whatever because we're all on different schedules now.
That's true. We do have pretty long ones. What was the last one?
You know what's messed up is I think the last one was like 3 hours long or something stupid. Maybe 2 hours.
It was the longest one so far.
Something ridiculous. I don't even know.
Yeah.
And we never did an engineering.
Oh my god, how did we miss it?
There's quite a few segments that we haven't gotten to because of other things.
So we need to do one of those right now.
Let's do it. What do you got?
Okay.
For one? All right. This is elaborate, so bear with me on this one. But
okay.
Projectors Why don't people have projectors versus like these stupid big plasmas, LCDs?
What do you mean? Why don't they have them for that?
Yeah, why don't more people have projectors
Instead of
opposed
LCDs?
Oh, it has to be dark TVs to get good crisp picture, right? Can't just be on in the middle of the day, or you can't have your windows open or anything. It's gotta be like
That's a good point.
I never actually thought about that. That actually is a decent point. I think I'd still buy a projector over a nice fancy TV though. Like I would rather have to take the inconvenience of having the light turned off.
Replacing bulbs.
Yeah, but the price compared to that, bulbs are like not very much compared to like how much you. I mean, if you drop $2,000 on a new 50-inch TV when you can project like 70, 80 inches with a $200 projector.
Yeah, I don't really know that much about projector tech, but you think it must be more efficient having something be this size that can make an 80-inch image than actually carrying around the whole screen.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering, like, all right, just given that, how come engineers haven't figured out a way to make it better than? Because obviously there are pluses to having. I myself have a TV. We all do.
Yeah,
And
you don't have to have a screen.
It works with the current, cable and whatnot. You don't have to wire up a ceiling and whatnot to
put it in the exact right place, and
so
dial
people
it in.
can walk at a certain angle and stuff. And
Oh, that's true.
people
You
walk
can't
in front of it.
walk. Yeah.
stuff like that. So they're real finicky too. If you've ever set one up, they're real hard to get to be real perfect and
Focused.
square.
Yeah.
It's really hard to get them square.
Oh yeah, that too. The
But
geometry.
Yeah.
like you still have to have like a decent like it compared to like the TVs that are affordable for like my roommates and me, like price range, like you can get a projector that doesn't take up like any room, or you can get a huge fucking like TV that weighs 1,000 pounds, like, and there's not a lot of room in our apartment, so another like plus for the projectors, it's like it doesn't take up a lot of space.
There are a lot of pluses projectors. That's why I'm saying engineering.
Yeah.
It sounds
How
like
come somebody hasn't perfected this technology yet?
yeah, they need to
Ultimately.
like because it sounds like the projector is a lot more work. Like a TV, you just buy it and plug it in and it'll work. Projector, you got to find the right spot, fix the right geometry, find the right focus, make sure it's on a nice blank, sheet or whatever.
You have to have
turn
the
off all
right
the
canvas
lights.
and stuff. Yeah. You actually have to have a screen.
Yeah.
You can't just put it on a sheet. I mean, it works.
You
kinda,
can.
but-
I would.
Yeah, I mean,
You wouldn't be getting a good quality.
you wouldn't be getting the same quality as the TV, though.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what
but-
would you be going for?
But I don't really care about that. But I guess I'm a special customer.
I mean,
who
if you don't, then you can
Yeah.
go all the way
If you
down to
don't,
something ridiculous like $50 for a projector that'll do DVD quality.
just giant.
Yeah, you just freaking point it at the pink wall. And
It's
you're like, I don't
amazing,
care.
like
It's
Mario
good.
Like,
Kart.
yeah, see, that's what I was thinking.
It's
Like,
amazing.
Like what I was thinking is like when I get drunk, I want to play some Super Smash on the wall with my friends. That'd be perfect.
as
like,
big as possible.
as big as possible.
It'd be so much fun. I'm down.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what would be
Figure a
better than
way.
drunk Smash Bros on a projector that's like 70 inches, like on the wall?
I'll
like,
sit on Craigslist for a while and pick up one cheap and flip it after we're done using it for
there you
Well,
go.
I have an SD projector.
Bam! I don't know what that means, but
It's not high definition.
Really? Oh, the
Shabam,
standard.
perfect.
Okay.
Well, maybe we could play video games.
Yeah,
here.
it's got a yellow video in.
we should play video
N64
games
on it.
everywhere.
That's fucking awesome.
We should just carry a Nintendo and a projector and just be ready to go.
Oh fuck, dudes! I beat Grand Theft Auto 5's main story.
Oh, nice.
I guess it took me like no time at all. I guess it was a really short story for some bullshit reasons.
Well, that's modern games for you.
I guess
It has a multiplayer mode, so
Yeah.
it can be short.
And it's a sandbox game in general.
It is. It's nice because overall it has more missions because they have these side missions and stuff. So overall, there's more missions than any other game or something. But the story was getting so amazing, and then all of a sudden they just had to jump 2 missions and just cut the story short. Like they were building it nicely, and I was like, "All right, I'm 50% through, so that's probably just the main story." But apparently that was like the whole game, and I didn't do any of the side missions up until then.
Huh.
So like at 70%, I was done with them.
Have you played the multiplayer?
I have a little bit.
Is it fun?
I mean, it's all right. Like, there's no story to it.
Yeah. Well, see, my little brother's like he
There's
was.
a million missions.
Yeah. Well, my little bro was like.
You do play a mission, though? It's not just like run around and kill whatever
From
you
what
want.
I haven't really gotten into
see-
it much. I did one where I had to just do a rampage or something.
That's what I
assumed that
thought.
it was just like like first person mode, but you get a friend and you just go around killing other people who are just doing whatever they want.
See, that's why how would that ever work though? Because everyone just killing each other. It's not going to work.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be a war.
That's why
all the time.
that's why they don't do multiplayer. So then they finally Grand Theft Auto finally came out with
be
multiplayer.
Mad
Awesome,
Max
right?
universe.
So I've talked to my little brother. He's just I'm like, how did they finally pull it off? Like, how were they able to release it and not keep everyone from just not murdering each other? He goes, no, that's the problem right now. Is everyone's just murdering each other. I'm like, but multiplayer is easy to do. Like, I thought the challenge here was to yes, we could always do multiplayer in Grand Theft Auto. This is but it'd be terrible because of this. So that was what we had to work around to make it. They're like, no, we just finally made it, and now that happens. I'm like, oh. The best thing ever though. My mom works for the state of Oregon, and she's their support. She literally had a guy come up to her and ask her all right, so I'm tired of my internet going down. So can you put the internet on a disk for me? That way, when my internet at home goes down, I can just put the internet on on my computer and surf it.
This isn't real.
No,
either.
dude, people ask these questions in tech support. You're like,
It's so
that's not
crazy.
a thing. But you have to tell them that in a nice way because you can't just yell at them.
Right? It's
No.
but my mom was just like, oh my God, you can't put that on a disc. I'm like, Mom, you know what trolling is. You need to learn how to do it now that you know what it is. You have to tell them sorry, it'll only fit on a DVD disc, and we just have the CDRs here, so we can't do it. But
Our policy says
Your
that there's too much
computer's
stuff on
too
the
slow.
internet.
You could go get a spindle, but they're just
right.
you can only get them at high end places. I mean it.
But no. So yeah, there's bad people.
They're stupid people. This
Yeah.
one person was
No.
complaining about
How
trying.
extreme could you take it till they're like, no?
I thought those only existed in joke books.
You guys, did we get engineering smagineering on part 1?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
you
because
said
we
the
faded into
projectors.
Grand Theft Auto somehow.
Okay. Yeah, we
Yeah,
kind
but-
of Grand Theft Auto. Yeah. Ultimately,
Wait, what was
okay.
the engineering engineering? Just real quick.
Projectors.
Projectors, yeah. Then we did video games and Grand Theft Auto, so that's in there.
Yeah.
Do you have another
We
one?
lost
besides
15 minutes of the Grand Theft
Yeah.
Auto.
Do you guys have any engineering smagineerings? You guys?
The thing is,
mentioned
it's killing me. I do have one, and I don't remember it because I remember thinking
that? you can shout it out anytime. Engineering.
Well, it won't pop
we
into
can,
my head.
It's like vagina break. We can do it anytime.
But I was literally thinking the other day, I'm like, oh my God, I say all the time, that hasn't been invented yet. We can invent that and we can make that and be millionaires. But usually it's a joke, it's something like kitten mittens, yeah, we wouldn't really be millionaires. But this time I was like, holy shit, how has that not been invented? And I forgot what it is. I could be a millionaire right now, and I'm just
You gotta write
forgetful.
those things down.
Right?
Convince yourself it wasn't that good.
Yeah. Or yeah, maybe I was just I've been drinking a lot. Maybe I was drunk and
Maybe it does
I don't
exist.
remember it,
Define
and it
for
was
me.
terrible.
We need a machine that washes your clothes.
No, even better. We need a machine that flips your DVDs the other way around when you accidentally put them in upside down the first time.
Yeah. Lasers on both sides.
Right.
The spare accident laser on the other top.
I tried to think of an engineering schmengineering, but the best thing I could think of was gutters.
That's not a bad one.
Why do we need gutters?
That's not a bad
They
one.
just get leaves in them and get clogged.
Yeah.
Why not,
then they're
why
just
not just have very good drainage outside of our houses
That's true.
and just let it drip off the sides of our houses,
Yeah.
right on the sidewalk, down a drain?
You could technically just build that. Put the gutter down
I mean,
there.
once you walk out of underneath the roof, you're getting rained on anyway.
Yep. Nope. It doesn't.
Or
I always thought
mention-
I thought it just saved erosion from happening on the sides of your house.
Yeah. I mean, just why not just have a nice little, do it upright.
Yeah.
Or why not just flat out have a W style roof instead of
Yeah, flat top.
why even put on these cheap metal gutters on the side of our building now instead of just do what McDonald's does and they have it's just flat and then it just angles down one direction it's a huge ramp that no one can see.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like a lean-to type thing.
Yeah.
No, there's lots of ways of doing it. Yeah. Ultimately, they're just okay, gutters are $50, and everything else is more than that. So
You need it. Everybody has it.
people are so cheap when they build houses normally. I don't know. I think it's because probably, what would you guys say, maybe 75% of houses people buy, they aren't going to live
Yeah,
in
but at
for
the same
rest
time,
of their life. So
Oh, yeah,
those
those new housing
This is
developments.
a 10-year house. Fucking gutters last for at least 15. Right?
Yeah, but at the same time,
Yeah.
even if you poor or not, I guess if you're having a house made, would you rather spend 10 grand on not having to have gutters, or would you rather spend 10 grand on a sweet ass countertop in your kitchen. Like,
No, for sure.
right?
No, there's.
So, I guess there's always a better
there's
spot
no-
to spend your money.
Oh yeah, no, it's
Good
for
point.
sure.
I don't know. Yeah, it's gonna bother me. I had a great engineering, STEM engineering, or I thought it was great.
When I think of engineering, I think of everyday things. Like lately, one thing that's been fucking bugging me is dishes, pots, and pans and shit like that. Like, why don't we have just a station, a cook station, that the surface you can fucking cook on it. It gets hot, and then
Like a
above
built-in
it,
crock pot.
it's like just like
non-removable pots
like
and pans?
just something that just like disinfects, sprays, washes it all down the drain. It's all gets crumbled up by some like
So like a
little,
sink?
like little fucking, you know.
Would there be like a
weird
sink you can cook on?
monster in the sand,
Dude.
like on Return of the Jedi, and it's like that's what we need. Is just that station in the middle of your kitchen that like we already have a fucking sink. You can wash your hands here. You can have a little place for that.
Dude, I'm totally
But you
thinking
can
like
cook
that
there.
now. Like a sink, but with like
You can
like
cook
little
it.
holes that
It
like
gets hot.
pressure water
Every
wash your
surface
jets
is
and like
Teflon.
right.
Basically,
Yeah, you just scrub it and wash it.
To
Like,
me, I got
yeah.
this like it's kind of like to me
Why
like
wouldn't that work?
a sink with like a robot like slider lid over
Yeah.
the top of it, and you could be like boil, or you could be like crock pot, or you could be like fry, and then it's self cleaning, which is
yeah,
awesome.
that's the next part where it has like a shower system that can cleanse it.
Oh, so you
like
don't
a,
ever
like
even
a
have to scrub
cooking
it yourself?
vagina.
I always say let's take it a step further. Why not be able
The
to shit
cooking
into it?
vagina.
Just cleanses the
Yeah, it's a
bacteria.
Episode
one
title.
use.
You don't even
pot.
need a toilet anymore. Just shit right into it
Yep.
and let it clean.
It's basically like cooking in a vagina.
It's coated in like a anti-odor chemical,
Nothing sticks nowhere.
anti-stick chemical. It's just
Germs don't
big
exist
tub to
unless
have
it's
fun
real.
in.
Like you cook some weird
Like you could
stuff in
literally
there or something.
like you could literally cook like
it can get diseased, but you
like
it's gotta
processors
be
and
some
things
kind of
so clean.
loose cooking device. I don't know.
keep your animals in there when it's turned off. Throw some messy baby in there.
hydro alcohol when the in-laws are over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Soon we'll just
Smuggle things in it on planes.
yeah. Like, what do you have in there? This is just my kitchen, you know, like everybody has. Okay. Well,
You
we
know,
can't X-ray it because it's made of like solid Teflon and steel to keep clean. But I just assume you have no illegal objects.
You don't have like $10 worth of weed in there, do you? No.
This is a kitchen. Who would do that?
I'm yeah.
We're post 9/11 now.
Oh man, that was a good vagina break, guys. Good impromptu vagina break.
Yeah, it's a sneaky one. It snuck up on us.
Those are normally the more interesting, more my favorite, I would say.
I would agree to that thing.
So you guys got any stories or anything? Any updates? I have one more topic. So if you have anything, we can space mine out.
I got both the Xbox One and the PS4.
You got both of them in the same day, didn't you?
Yeah,
That's right. You beat that kid up for one of them.
Well, for the PS4.
Not
yeah.
literally. You just did it with money.
I beat him in a race.
You traded some stuff.
I
Blood.
traded some things.
That sounds really dirty
I
now.
didn't mean to say blood. Just put that on the record.
No,
Jack didn't trade blood for anything.
we are not quote unquote blood brothers.
Quote
No.
unquote.
He didn't put a knife
His
on
eyes
his
were
hand.
not. They were not wide open.
Nope.
They were not wide shut.
Nope.
It was not an electric boogaloo.
Mm-mm.
He did not have the golden gun.
No, he didn't.
These are all amazing references.
But anyway, yeah, I mean, I was pretty jealous when you got the Xbox One and PS4.
I did, yeah.
And Laven's got his on pre-order. It's lost somewhere in UPS or something.
Yeah, they never want to drop it off
FedEx
at my house.
fucked it.
I already have a PS5, so
Yeah, well, Mike, he's, you know,
I just take
his
the
dad
PS1
works
to
for
my kids.
Nintendo, so he got the
This is what's
PS5.
fucked. This is the most fucked thing. Is Mike's been a little bitch about Grand Theft Auto not being on a computer.
I have.
Which he can be a little bitch about all he wants because I can see his point. But the motherfucker got Rockstar to send him the only copy on PC, and that motherfucker's been able to play it with keyboard and shit. And how's
And yeah,
that
I
been
haven't even
going?
touched it.
How's that been going? Because you know what? I played it on PS4. It's shit.
Yeah.
They need to make another one for PS4 now. And
They do.
Xbox 1.
I don't even know if it would work on Xbox One because you know that Kinect's always got to be on. And if if it doesn't see you, like you have to act out stealing a car, and that's a crime in America. So I mean, you got the cops coming up. So I
There
mean,
are a
you
lot of
beat the
politics
mission.
involved with playing the game on
It's really
Xbox.
confusing,
I understand.
convoluted.
Yeah. That whole Kinect though, I just am not a fan of it. The Xbox
It's
won't.
stupid.
You know how you have to like talk to it,
I
say
play it all the
Xbox
time.
on, Xbox off. You know,
Yeah.
right? Voice commands.
It's fucked up. No, I
hate it.
can't.
Well,
Even, you don't even want to
Can you
get me
tell
started.
like,
like
can you
some
tell like
Space Odyssey
Xbox
stuff.
make me a sandwich and then like the tray opens up with the
Listen,
sandwich?
Well, it can't go anywhere.
The tray opens up and ruins your game. It gets hella scratches.
Well,
on
did you
it.
get a sandwich out of it?
No.
No, you just gotta
Well,
scratch
that
the
doesn't-
I
disc.
played Planet.
That's a microtransaction.
Okay, they
I
brag
didn't
about.
make.
All right, guess what? Guess what's all this Microsoft bullshit? All right, Xbox 360s can play Blu-ray with a dam. All right, this one
Not very well, yeah.
this new system, you don't even have to. You don't even have to mod it. The fucker can play them. Scratch the bejesus out of my planet Earth. Just number 2. Fucked me over. I'll never forgive them for that. That was my favorite episode. It's the one I always watch when I study.
Well, at least you can plug your TV into it and watch your TV through your Xbox One.
Or your projector?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I just plug my headphones into it, and
You just have to be very silent while watching. You can't say anything, otherwise it'll try to do things. Like
Don't
if
cough,
you're
don't
talking
sneeze.
to your friend, you're like, get out of here.
It's got the smart listener. And
It won't even boot up if it doesn't detect dew and Doritos in the room.
it has. Yeah,
I thought that was weird that they did that.
Yeah,
I'm sure Microsoft, got paid off by Mountain Dew and Doritos, but it is weird that it's there.
the whole Halo cross marketing.
Yeah. It's fair because Circle K is open 24 hours a day, but
Yeah.
you can
in
always
their
go-
defense, I didn't have those items available when I first tried, and I threw my Xbox against the wall. Later on, I realized
did it tell you why
my
it wouldn't turn on?
mistake. I came back and the fucker still worked. So, you know what?
It's a
Thumbs
very
up.
heavy thing. I mean, I bet your wall didn't work after
It
that.
looks horrible. I'm gonna have to
The
pay
wall
my
hardly
landlord.
loads. It's terrible.
I'm gonna blame it on the last guy. I'm gonna say it was like he was drunk. It was really me.
Blame it on the beer shower guy.
No, it's this
Yeah,
guy
it's
that he
not
always
like-
dresses
you
up
can't
like
really
me, and he comes in and does stuff while he's drunk. He dresses up
He
like me.
headbutted the wall.
Yeah.
It's about the same size.
Like he no, it wasn't me that peed on you. Like he got drunk, he dressed up like me, he peed on you, he headbutted my wall.
He had my skin, dude.
It wasn't me. It was that them lookalike. Every time.
every time.
Thanks, Obama.
Oh fuck, you guys! Did I tell you about Robin Williams?
Oh,
No.
Should we start about Robin Williams?
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
What's
right.
up with Robin Williams?
Robin Williams. I watched a documentary he did on National Geographic about drugs and their effect on the system.
Was
and
it about
shit.
him?
On the
Was
system.
it his biography?
Hang on, let me breathe. Okay, so they basically got like 4 people on there. They didn't do alcohol, but they did marijuanas, cocaine, meth, and heroin. And they basically got the most stereotypical like stoner guy, just could barely go 4 miles an hour when he drove kind of shit. Like, all right, so the first test was to have them all drive, and they did the test when they were sober, and apparently they don't show it, but apparently they all did it perfect, 100%, some percentage of greatness compared to when they're sober. They don't show it, but anyway. And then they basically throw them in a van with whatever drug of choice they want, meth, whatever. And Robin Williams is fucking narrating this shenanigans.
Is he in the van with them?
No, he's not hanging out with these guys. I bet he wishes he was, but he's not. And they come back and they like go to a doctor, and the doctor's like, okay, so when was the last time you did methamphetamine? And the guy's like, I don't know, like 9.5, 32, 33 seconds ago. Like, he's tripping balls and stuff. And like, they all had just done it about 10 minutes beforehand, and they hop in the cars and the guy on pot, the first one he does at like 25 miles an hour, just normal speed. Next one, he's going literally 7 miles an hour the whole time. And he's just like, I don't know, man. I don't even know why I want to go fast right now. And he's like, hey, man, when there's a turn, can you remind me? My memory's not so good right now. I'm like, it's just like totally stereotypical stoner and whatnot. And then the cocaine guy comes in and he's just like, whatever, let's fucking do this. And he goes like 35. Like he goes like 10% faster than he did on his normal run. Like he goes the fastest out of all of them and like runs over the stop sign at the end. And, shit. And he's just like, oh fuck, man, I almost said that I was gonna stop like 1 inch and I missed. And that could have been a baby, dude. But and then let's see, the meth head guy, he gets in there and he's just like totally super focused and like he does it and like, oh, they all have to parallel park and basically they all just double their time for what they would normally do, parallel parking, and park like really weird. But and then the heroin girl goes on there and she's just like, I have to drive, all right, okay, let's drive. And she hops in and she does the course like perfectly.
Nice.
like nothing wrong, but then parallel parking, she of course had some trouble. She was really struggling. But the next test was to put together a bookcase,
Like assemble it
like an IKEA
Yeah.
bookcase. And so like, I don't know, like you can see the pothead getting on there and he's just like, hey, what's up everybody, I'm so high, like what I gotta do?
Doesn't care about the bookcase.
And then just like, he's like, you gotta put this together. He's like, oh really, god damn it, I hate these things. And so he starts putting it together and he just kind of gives up and it falls apart at the end and he's just like, I don't know, I tried. Like the cokehead gets on there and he's just like, I fucking got this. And he like puts it together, but he doesn't read the instructions or anything. There's like parts left over. And he's like, it's fucking stable. Look at it. And they like pushed it and like fell apart. And they're like, no, man.
Was this a comedy?
Or
was it a documentary?
It was a documentary with Robin Williams, so it might be a funny documentary.
Did they not know what they were going to be doing? They're just like, you're going to have some challenges.
They're just like, all right, get high. 10 minutes later, you're going to be doing something, dude. Just you wait.
We're going to be free drugs.
They
if you
sent
do
the
what we
meth
said.
head in, and the meth head was like, all right, I'm going to do this. And he like, it's just like focused. He's like, all right, I'm going to do this in like 10 minutes. He's got a half an hour. He's like, I'm going to do it in 10 minutes. And he's like doing it, and he's going so fast. He like starts overheating. And he's sweating, dripping sweat, just like bullets. And he's just like, fuck, I'm so fucking hot. And like it's done, but it's not right. It's like the cokeheads, but it's done in like a third of the time. So he's like a really efficient cokehead.
And then he was
And
insulted.
and he's just like, I'm fucking done. I need to stop sweating. I'm fucking done.
Oh god.
I want to see this.
And then the heroin addict comes in there and she's just like, oh, bookcase, all right. And like she starts like just wizarding this thing like Jesus together like a carpenter and just fucking zips it together in no time at all. I'm like, what the fuck? But no, it was weird, but at the same time, she was obviously like the most dependent
Coherent person in general.
She was
Yeah.
the most addicted. She was the most addicted one, and yeah, by far, like she was like psychotic if she wasn't.
Yeah.
It was. It
Yeah, I
was
was
bad.
gonna say those drugs affect everyone differently. So,
So
Yeah.
and like the guy that was on cocaine, he would do it like once in a while, and he didn't drink or anything or something like that. So it was like when he was on cocaine, it was like extreme. He's just like, I don't know, man. I'm on blow, so I don't even give a fuck about a bookcase.
10,000%. Yeah.
He's just
He has
like,
no tolerance. He's like, let's freaking build it.
it was awesome. Yeah. And Robin Williams was there to guide me through it.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I want to watch this.
You
It's
remember
on
the
YouTube.
title at all?
Oh, it's on YouTube though. The
Yeah,
whole
well,
thing.
it's on YouTube. Oh yeah, and some National Geographic.
But you can just put in Robin Williams documentary
Something
and
about
something will
that.
pop up.
I'll link you to it. It's in my history, probably. Yeah. I'll link you- I'll
Sounds
link
interesting.
you
How
guys.
long was it? Like an hour?
45 minutes or something like that. Yeah. Results were shocking. But ultimately, they really took advantage of some stereotypes. Like,
Yeah.
the meth head was like scratching his face. They're like, so what's your background? He's like, I drive bus for bands. And he's like, I'm the first one in, I'm the last one out. So like, I gotta wake up at 6 a.m. and then, I gotta make sure that the drums are all secure and in the back of the van at 3 a.m. So between those times, I gotta be awake. And it just keeps me buzzed. Like, I'm like, I take a rip and I'm good for a day, 2 days, 3 days. Just like scratching his face while he's doing it. His teeth are getting more crooked and rotting like while he's talking. He's always pissed off.
Oh, God.
Did it say the jobs of any of the other guys?
The pothead was apparently just a medical marijuana patient. Like, I don't know if he did anything else.
That's his
He
job.
Smoked pot.
I'm a person. That's
Like
my
the
job.
heroin addict was like something or another. I don't even know. And the cokehead was like a businessman or something.
Yeah.
I think I could be wrong, but
Pretty stereotypical.
it was super stereotypical. And then they were just like, "Oh fuck!" Like with the heroin chick, I bet they were just like, "Oh fuck!" Like she's doing all these ones like better than we do sober. Oh shit! Like this looks bad for us.
Oh, God.
I bet it was hard for them to. I don't know. Maybe it was.
To edit it to make it look like she's like drugs are
It
bad
was.
for her.
I don't know. It was kind of shocking. It made it more interesting, but
Yeah.
it's weird.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah, you get on weird parts of YouTube, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously.
Yeah.
Dude, that's
Breaking Bad will lead you to some weird documentaries. It's
The
pretty
YouTube.
I was gonna say,
bot
I was-
is like,
I'm-
you need to watch this now.
Grand Theft Auto isn't finished until I can like get an RV and cook meth in it.
Yeah,
We can make our own documentary.
Honestly, that's what Trevor does. He cooks like he's got his own meth operation and
Nice.
shit. Trevor Phillips Incorporated and shit.
Nice, nice.
Steals weapons and cooks meth and yeah, it's a crazy game. Like I said, it gets the essence of Grand Theft Auto. Really, with that character.
I decided to break myself and I mean, my roommates to find me out, like found out who I was. They looked at my Facebook and they saw me in diapers. So they were like, okay, he's crazy. But like, I really had to set the bar for myself. So like the first thing I'm like, have you guys ever seen Willy Bum Bum on YouTube? And they're like, no. And so I showed them that and a couple other things. So I love the weird part of YouTube. It's my
Yeah.
home.
I turned
Oh,
off my
it's great
YouTube
parts of
history a
YouTube.
long time ago because I'm like, I just get into some bad things.
Yeah.
But, well, actually, not so much since the big redesign, because I noticed they're less about recommending similar videos and more just the promoted videos. Like, no matter what video you're watching, it's just like, watch reactions to the latest video game. And like, this is nothing related to that. Like, I know that's an advertisement.
Yeah, you'd be like,
Yeah, it tracks you pretty hardcore with the whole new. Who are you right now? Are you this Gmail account or are you
Oh
this
my
Gmail
god, I
account?
hate that. I
And it
accidentally
tracks
made like
that.
7 ones because I
Yeah.
kept asking me who I am, and I just like, well, they're all the same name. I hope it's this one.
I hope it asks me once and never does it again, motherfuckers. Like, that's what I was hoping the whole time. It's annoying.
I haven't been on YouTube that much lately. As soon as I got busy, I was the first thing to go, I guess. Which makes me sad because I love my YouTubers.
Yeah,
And my creepy fucking weird YouTube videos.
I don't really use YouTube as like a social thing like some people do. I don't
Not
think.
social, yeah.
I'm just subscribed to like 10 channels, and hopefully they release a video every week or so.
Mm-hmm.
I just go back to relive better days.
I found this one channel that it has they make like anime music videos, but it's always the same video of like some Sailor Moon thing, and they just constantly put different songs on top of it and just see how many times it can fit. Like one's like a Linkin Park song, and then one's the Space Jam song, and one's just like they just go through like 50 songs, and the guy has like no views, and it's like nobody has seen this channel. I'm like, this is pretty funny. It's just all the footage is just like typical, like I imagine Sailor Moon things, like the girl crying or like going to school and transforming, and it just has like just random songs, like some pirate shanty thing going through. And I found this one Canadian band put like their tape on YouTube, and it's just terrible quality, and they covered like the Dawson's Creek theme,
That's crazy.
death metal version.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of anything awesome I've seen. I haven't seen anything awesome on YouTube lately.
I heard they're cracking down on like video game footage.
I have
On YouTube?
slightly heard that.
I've slightly heard it.
Like one of my main YouTubers I watch, he's like said something about like YouTube. He was like being sarcastic, like get a real job, YouTubers, because like he makes all his money off YouTube, but it's something like you can't. Yeah, they're copyright infringement on their games and stuff. So